Right. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Justin.
Justin. Okay. So a couple things to go over before we get going down there.
Yeah, it's real short. I didn't check to make sure it had the longer strap. So.
We were more concerned that the top fit. We didn't realize there was straps. We got on the bus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm fine if you are.
Okay, cool.
Cut that off for me for a second.
How that'll work. Can I hold it?
I'm just trying to see which it's going to be.
Awesome.
We want to keep the T-grips in our hands just like this. When you start flying around in the boat and you hit the person next to you in the jaw with it, they generally so keep that T-grip in your hand.
I like it if you like it.
Other hand down the shaft and the paddle down.
I just want to move it so that the metal's not on your face. Be a little more comfortable this way. That on. You win best dressed today.
That's awesome.
Style points. Is that comfortable? Too tight?
No, it works.
Feel all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, a couple of things to go over before we get going. Basically, how to sit and how to stay in the boat. Okay? Does anybody see any seatbelts on here?
Nope.
No seatbelts. Your feet are your seatbelts today.
Okay.
So if you're sitting in the second row, since there's 4 of you guys paddling, it'll be 2 and 2. Butts are on the outside, and your feet are what keep you in the boat. Those are your seatbelts. So you hook your front foot underneath here, then you wedge your heel down in the crack down here. Okay? That way, when we bounce off rocks and hit waves and all that fun stuff today, you can be thrown off balance and hold yourself in with your legs. Okay? So sitting up front, we've got these fancy foot cups. So your outside foot goes in the foot cup, other foot, same thing, gets wedged down in the crack underneath. Okay? Now, what was your name again?
Justin.
Justin, I'm going to be sitting up front left after we get the boat in the water, okay? And what's your name again? Co. Alright, you're going to be in front right when we get going. Just wait till we get going in the water. Jan, alright, you're sitting second row here.
Jamie.
Over to Jamie, you're going to be sitting right. Okay? Now, as far as paddling goes, when I say forward 1 or forward 2, it just means paddle forward 1 time and stop or 2 times. Okay? So it looks like this. We lean forward, reach that blade out, and snap it back to your chest. Okay? Stabbing and snapping it back. Okay? And the back paddle, same thing, lean forward. I just drop that paddle on the water on the hip. And then when I sit up, I can push that water.
That's called back paddle.
Yeah, so if I say back run, then that's it. Okay? If I say lean in, if we lean in, we want to keep our hand on top of this T-grip, drop to the floor, and we're just shifting our weight to the inside. Okay? The reason is, this is the most dangerous thing we're going to see today. Okay? So if you need to pick your nose or scratch your butt, I want you to use your other hand. Because if this starts waving around, it usually goes for the teeth. Okay?
Oh, God.
So keep your hand on top of that T-grip, okay? Thumb underneath, 4 fingers on top, and we want to be just a little wider than shoulder width. Okay? Any medical conditions I should know about before we get going?
Nope.
Excellent. Let's do some rafting.
It's what?
Hoff, H-O-F-F. Like David Hasselhoff, but I will not be swimming in the water after you like him in Baywatch.
No slow motion running videos?
Oh, those are on the GoPro. Yeah.
How much will it be to get footage?
I'm not sure they offer different kinds of packages depending on how much you want. And you'll have to view everything before deciding on it.
Oh, okay.
Did we help you put it in?
No, that's all right. I'll just drag it in and then we'll climb in.
Yep, there you go.
All right, so first I want Cole and then Dan to come in and just come across the boat. And there's no graceful way in or out of the raft. Just fall in and sit in is the best.
Hold on, just wait.
Let's grab our paddles real quick. We're gonna practice with the
That water's cold.
Yep, all the way on the outside.
Oh, sweet. We're good to go.
Alright, now you two can hop in.
Okay. Oh, thank
There
you.
you go. Oh, no, you got that paddle there, Dan. There's Jean.
I'm surprised we're not having a full bow.
Oh, the four is plenty. We just got to work together. We're a team. We are quite literally all in this together. Nicole, remember? And on top of that. Yeah, there we go.
Question, is this the one right here?
Yep. So what's going to happen is I'm going to push this boat out and you're going to feel it, especially this left side. It's Justin and Jamie, right?
Yep.
The left side, you're going to feel the power of the river kind of pull this left tube down. So watch your feeling. Forward one. All right, room for improvement. Just one time on forward one.
Trying to advance, but I'm happy with this thing. I'll try to.
Y'all done this before?
I have last year.
Sweet.
Second time. This is my second time.
First time, both of us. I said, this sounds like fun, let's do it. So I convinced him, maybe he'll shoot me at the end of
All
it.
right, so if everybody turns around and looks at me, I'll show you what that forward paddle looks like. So when I say forward one,
Oh,
all right, so we're stabbing and snapping that paddle back, okay? Let's go forward one. Yeah, much better, much better. Quick little bursts. All right, if you've ever been canoeing, this is not like that. Where's everybody from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Kansas.
From Wichita, all right, well, welcome.
Outside of Wichita, technically,
All
but
right, welcome.
in a town called Andover. No, but Wichita, if I remember correctly, in 4 days, this water would reach us in...
Go forward one. One more. So all this works is I'm kind of like the steering wheel and you four are the engine, okay? So I can point the boat any which direction to get to where we need to, but I need all four of you paddling together in order to get there. There's going to be a couple rapids today, so we got to be working together to move this boat.
yes, sir.
So who's rafted before? Who have? You remember where?
we ended up, I think we came out.
Oh yeah, upstream from us. So that might have been Brown's Canyon, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, beautiful stretch over there. We got a little bigger rapids here, a little faster river.
That'll make him happy.
And throughout the day, I'm kind of going to be turning the boat around weird positions. So even if we're pointed upstream, sideways, any which way, I need you to trust me to carry out those paddle commands no matter what the boat's doing. I promise you there's a plan. I've been doing this for 9 years. Rafted this river at 300 CFS and over 6,000. Wow.
What'd she say it was today? 1100?
Yeah, today it's about 1,100. Still a really good kind of Goldilocks level right now.
Good.
Like I said, I've rafted 300. That is not fun rafting. That's just the geologic tour, and you just go from rock to rock getting stuff.
If I remember correctly, this is a 2 coming up, right?
This would be kind of class 1 water still, not technically a rapid because there's not nothing to really maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could call it class 2. Go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 2. Forward 2.
Wait, so we're just parked here waiting for our
Forward 2. Forward 1 time. Buckle didn't fit, so we improvised. Safety first. Rule number 2, look good doing it.
That's right.
Both rules are after.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Right, Justin.
At least it's it.
The real class comes when we have our first rapid that's coming up.
We're just waiting for all the other boats to catch up. We like to go down together. Safety and
Indeed.
like school equipment.
Yeah, do that.
What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Justin.
Justin. Okay. So a couple things to go over before we get going down there. Can you buckle that up?
Yeah, it's real short. I didn't check to make sure it had the longer strap.
We were
So
more concerned that the top fit, we didn't realize there was strapped in until we got on the bus.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I'm fine if you are.
Okay, cool.
Cut that off for me for a second.
How that'll work. Can I hold it?
I'm just trying to see which it's going to be.
Paddling. We want to keep our T-grips in our hands just like this. When you start flying around in the boat and you hit the person next to you in the jaw with it, they generally don't. So I'll keep that T-grip in your hand.
I like it if you like it.
Other hand down the shaft of the paddle.
I just want to move it so that the metal's not on your face. Be a little more comfortable this way. That on.
One hankier helmet for you.
You win best dressed today.
That's awesome.
Style points. Is that comfortable? Too
Yeah.
tight?
No, it works.
Feel
It's
all
good.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, a couple of things to go over before we get going. Basically, how to sit and how to stay in the boat. Okay? Does anybody see any seatbelts on here?
Nope.
No, no seatbelts. Your feet are your seatbelts today. Okay?
Okay.
So if you're sitting in the second row, since there's 4 of you guys down in there, it'll be 2 and 2. Butts are on the outside, and your feet are what keep you in the boat. Those are your seatbelts. So you hook your front foot under here, and you wedge your heel down in the crack down here. Okay? That way, when we bounce off rocks and hit waves and all that fun stuff today, you can be thrown off balance and hold yourself in with your legs. Okay? Sitting up front, we've got these fancy foot cups. So your outside foot goes in the foot cup. Other foot, same thing, gets wedged down in the crack underneath. Okay? Now, what was your name again?
Justin.
Justin, I'm going to be sitting up front left after we get the boat in the water, okay? And what's your name again?
Co.
Alright, you're going to be in front right when we get going. Just wait till we get going in the water. Jan, alright, you're sitting second row here.
Jamie.
To Jamie, you're going to be sitting right. Okay? Now, as far as paddling goes, when I say forward 1 or forward 2, it just means paddle forward 1 time and stop, or 2 times and stop, okay? So it looks like this. We lean forward, reach that blade out, and snap it back to your chest, okay? Okay. So stabbing and snapping it back, okay? And the back paddle drop that paddle on the water on the hook. And then when I sit up, I can push that water.
So that's called back paddle.
Yeah, so if I say back run, then that's it. Okay? If I say lean in, if we lean in, we want to keep our hand on top of this T-grip, drop to the floor, and we're just shifting our weight to the inside. Okay? The reason is, this is the most dangerous thing we're going to see today. Okay? So if you need to pick your nose or scratch your butt, I want you to use your other hand. Because if this starts waving around, it usually goes for the teeth. Okay?
Oh, God.
So keep your hand on top of that T-grip. Okay? Thumb underneath, 4 fingers on top, and we want to be just a little wider than shoulder. Okay? Any medical conditions I should know about before we get going?
Nope.
Excellent. Let's do some rafting.
It's what?
Hoff, H-O-F-F. Like David Hasselhoff, but I will not be swimming in the water after you, like him in Baywatch.
No slow motion running videos?
Oh, those are on the GoPro. Yeah.
How much will it be to get footage?
I'm not sure. They offer different kinds of packages depending on how much you want. And you'll have to view everything before deciding on it.
Oh, okay.
Did we help you put it in?
No, that's right. I'll just drag it in and then we'll climb in.
Yep, there you go.
Alright, so first I want Cole and then Dan to come in and just come across the boat. And there's no graceful way in or out of the raft. Just fall in and sit in is the best.
Hold on, just wait.
Let's grab our paddles real quick. We're gonna practice with the GoPro.
That water's cold.
Yep, all the way on the outside.
Oh, sweet. We're good to go.
Alright, now you two can hop in.
Okay. Oh, thank
There
you.
you go. Oh, right, you've got that paddle there, Dan. There's Jean.
I'm surprised we're not having a full bow.
Oh, the four is plenty. We just got to work together. We're a team. We are quite literally all in this together. Cole, remember? Hand on top of that. Yeah, there we go.
Question, is this the one right here?
Yep. So what's going to happen is I'm going to push this boat out and you're going to feel it, especially this left side. It's Justin and Jamie, right?
Yep.
The left side, you're going to feel the power of the river kind of pull this left tube down. So watch your feet. Forward one. All right, room for improvement. Just one time on forward one.
Trying to advance, but I'm happy with this thing. I'll cut it.
Y'all done this before?
I have last year.
Sweet.
Second time. This is my second time.
First time, both of us. I said, this sounds like fun, let's do it. So I convinced him, maybe he'll shoot me at the end of it.
Alright, so if everybody turns around and looks at me, I'll show you what that forward paddle looks like. So when I say forward one,
Oh,
alright, so we're stabbing and snapping that paddle back, okay? Let's go forward one. Yeah, much better, much better. Quick little bursts. Alright, if you've ever been canoeing, this is not like that. Where's everybody from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Kansas.
From Wichita. Alright, well, welcome.
Outside of Wichita, technically, but
Alright, welcome.
in a town called Andover. No, but Wichita, if I remember correctly, in 4 days, this water would reach us in...
Go forward one. One more. So all this works is I'm kind of like the steering wheel and you four are the engine, okay? So I can point the boat any which direction that we're getting to where we need to, but I need all 4 of you paddling together in order to get there. There's going to be a couple rapids today, so we got to be working together to move this boat. So, who's rafted before? Who have? You remember where?
The end of it, I think it came out.
Oh yeah, upstream from us. So that might have been Brown's Canyon, I'm guessing.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, beautiful stretch over there. We got a little bigger rapids here, a little faster river.
Yes.
That'll make him happy.
And throughout the day, I'm kind of going to be turning the boat around weird positions. So even if we're pointed upstream, sideways, any which way, I need you to trust me to carry out those paddle commands no matter what the boat's doing. I promise you there's a plan. I've been doing this for 9 years. Rafted this river at 300 CFS and over 6,000.
Wow.
What'd she say it was today? 1100?
Yeah, today it's about 1,100. Still a really good kind of Goldilocks level right now.
Good.
Like I said, I've rafted 300. That is not fun rafting. That's just a geologic tour, and you just go from rock to rock getting stuff.
If I remember correctly, this is a 2 coming up, right?
This would be kind of class 1 water still, not technically a rapid because there's not nothing to really maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could call it class 2. Go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 2. Forward 2.
Wait, so we're just parked here waiting for our
Forward 2. Forward 1 time. Buckle didn't fit, so we improvised. Safety first. Rule number 2, look good doing it.
That's right.
Both rules are after.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Right, Justin?
At least it's it.
The real test comes when we have our first rapid that's coming up. We've got gives me a good sense of how you guys are doing.
We're just waiting for all the other boats to catch up. We like to go down together. Safety and
Indeed.
like school equipment.
Yeah, do that.
It's about 10 miles. It takes about 2 hours.
First, I just kind of from far away thought maybe that's like a dog following a private raptor's trip.
Oh
We
yeah.
got closer and I saw the snout. And sure enough, it was a cub and Mama Bear was nowhere in sight, so we paddled away as fast as we could.
Did I get in the water?
Yes.
I didn't want to find out. I think Mama Bear would tear one of these boats to shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't bring my crossbow.
And Fremont County, Colorado has the densest population of mountain lions of anywhere in the lower 48.
That's amazing.
However, I'm pleased to say I've never seen them. Because I have a friend I grew up with who tracks them now in Idaho for the DNR there. He kind of told me 2 basic things. One, it's not really tracking. It's going out for walks and being bait and turning around every 10 minutes.
Yep.
2, if you ever do see a mountain lion, chances are it's been stalking you for miles.
Yep.
And it wants you to see it finally.
Yep.
Oh, that's scary.
So I'm very pleased to say I'm
Mountain lions are no joke.
because those big cats, they usually attack or stalk for miles and then attack the back of the neck.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're ever in like cat country, it's worth it. Just get like a cheap Halloween mask and wear it on the back of your head, so they think there's eyes back there and are less likely. You see people with like backpacks. They'll like paint a face on the back of the backpack. difference.
That and carry enough gun.
Yeah, that's good.
And again, crossbows at the cabin. Does this tour allow fishing? Let's say I wanted to park myself on the shoreline right over there.
So on this commercial trip we wouldn't do it, but this is a public river. It's open for anybody to come and fish. There are some companies that run fishing specific tours where they'll row you down and then you can just kind of fly fish as they row you.
Okay.
That's fascinating.
But these kind of commercial trips, we're moving. We're going with the rapids. Speaking of which, coming up in a couple of minutes around the corner is our first rapid of the day. It's a class 2 rapid called Wake Up. So if you missed your morning coffee, there's a good cold wave coming to wake you up.
Okay. Just promise me the 3 is not that scary when we hit them, because I'm nervous.
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll be crying. Is that what we're talking about here?
You'll get more of a adrenaline rush than fear.
I don't know. I'm a fearful person.
What was that?
He said adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah, that's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah, same here.
Got a lot of boring jobs, this beats them all.
So the highest is 3, you said, though, right?
That we'll see today on this stretch, yes. This river does have class 4 and 5 rapids, depending on water levels and time of the year. Let's go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 2.
Sorry.
Forward 2. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Yeah! Forward 1. Forward 1.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Forward 1.
So do you guys blast rocks to make new rapids and stuff?
We don't, but when the railroad was built, yeah, a lot of the dynamite put a lot of these rocks in the river.
Yeah.
Forward 1. Forward 1.
Oh shit.
Here comes a good one.
Forward 1.
It's brisk.
Told ya. How many years have you seen that tree being there? The one that looks like it's about to fall.
Oh yeah, that one's been there as long as I've been here. I trained here first 9 years ago.
Wow. You must love it.
It is tough to beat.
I believe it.
especially on a nice, beautiful day like this with cold water. Now the next rapid we're going to see is a class 3 rapid called 3 Rock. It's going to be right ahead where the river bends to the right and then it curls back to the left.
To the last grade on.
Yeah, it bends around. We won't be able to see it until we're in it.
Okay.
Probably best.
I'm in agreement with you on that.
So we just want to make sure our feet are locked in nice and tight. Ready to lean in if we need to and paddle hard.
Yep. How deep is the water here?
This deep.
Oh, that ain't bad.
But I like to keep all my base covered, so I usually just say chest high on the duck,
Yep.
and I'm never wrong.
Right.
But there's parts where it'll be over 20 feet deep, and then there's parts where it's a foot.
Yep.
Let's go forward 2. Now Cole and Justin, it's important when you two paddle that that paddle's going straight out and straight back and not in a curve on that front tube right in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it harder to steer. Let's go forward 2. When we're paddling, so Justin and Cole, I want you kind of looking out the corner of your eye so that you two are in unison. And then Jamie and Dan, all you gotta do is follow the person in front of you. And then we look like a Viking warship out here, paddling all together. Go forward 1. There is 3 rocks. Forward 1. 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 Forward 1.
That wasn't that bad. He made it.
I wanted to do like a baby basic one first. When they said it was an intermediate, I was like, oh God, did I make a long trip?
Nah, it would be absolutely boring if we didn't have at least 1 3.
That's true.
We're gonna have 3 more class 3s today.
Hell yeah!
When the water's like over 3,000 CFS, that becomes one of the toughest rapids on the river.
It becomes 6.
That one keeps us up at night when the water's really high. You can do everything right, and it still comes down to a coin flip.
Just because you got to dodge the big rocks and weave between them.
Giant boulders,
Yeah.
those create a giant holes. So when the water goes fast enough over a rock, it spins in a circle behind it.
Like a vortex.
Yeah, like a vortex. So it'll just stop these folks dead in their tracks and just hold it there, flip them. That's incredible. I don't eat breakfast when we run that rapid in the morning, because once I come around that corner and hear it, then it usually comes out.
So do you do all the different
The spicy, the medium, this is
Yeah.
the medium, and the mild as well. The family float further upstream.
Very cool.
Nice to have a little variance.
Yes.
So I don't have to be white knuckling it. every
Highest
day in the
is
gorge.
3 for me. No, I think it did say that. I think mine is a 4. And that was. Yes, it is. I think.
Go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 2. Forward 1. Forward 1 time. Forward 1.
Howdy.
Yes, we did. It was smooth riding with this Viking warship. Only these Vikings, we only pillage. Only pillaging.
Oh, that's a big one. Any point where we can take a dip?
There will be, yeah. Later on, there's going to be a nice calm section where you
Good.
can kind of get out and hang on to the handle next to the raft.
Yeah. You didn't. You didn't. Yeah.
You can also lure the bighorn sheep down to the river with the ancient Navajo bighorn sheep call.
What's
It
that?
goes like this. Here, sheep, sheep, sheepy. Come on down. Ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, it's a little sand bugger.
Remember what he said? Pay attention to
No,
that.
I like going to bed.
Hey, you're trying to make me do paperwork and not cheap out?
Bumper boats.
And forward one. Thanks, guys. That's funny.
Do what?
He said bumper boats. That's how you make baby boats.
Yes.
I know. Don't make me splash you.
So how long is this stretch that we're going on today?
Distance or time?
No.
The time depends on how eventful it is. If anything in that safety switch happens, that'll slow down the trip.
I'm sure it will.
Miles, it's
Don't
about
say that.
8 or 9 miles. Roughly.
But what's the rate of this, like the water, like how fast are we going?
1,000
So we measure it by cubic feet per second.
Oh, that's what
basketball.
Yeah, like a basketball or a fat chicken. It's about 1,100 crossing the line across the river every second.
That's what they were saying. I didn't understand.
Go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1.
The water's like a great
This is like last year. I'll sleep like a baby tonight.
Oh yeah?
It's quite the workout.
Now this morning I told them in the office I want the smartphone. So here's your test.
Oh no.
Our next raft is called 5 Points.
one now.
Because of the 5 canyons that converge around this section of the river. There's one straight ahead on the other side of the highway. There are 3 slot canyons on the left shore there. So that's 4. Can anybody tell me the 5th canyon?
The one we're in?
Thank you, boat. Go forward 1. Old stickers for everybody. Waterproof?
Yeah.
Like football, college football helmets. We'll start putting little stickers on there.
Nice.
Buckeyes.
That's funny.
Have you ever seen a scuba diver in this river?
And this one I have not. I went to college in Wisconsin on the Mississippi River, and there's a lot of scuba divers there looking at old shipwrecks.
Oh,
Yeah.
They usually just fill up a mesh bag and then sort it out later because it's so dark.
Oh, yeah. I want to go to a riverboat museum somewhere in Kansas.
Go forward 1.
I want to see all the stuff they found in the river.
Forward 1. Forward 1.
What's the biggest fish you've seen?
Well, not too many here. I live in Wisconsin most
Yeah.
of the year, so lake fishing up there, I see some big northern pike.
Pike,
The biggest one I've seen in person was a sturgeon.
Oh,
In the winter, there's a couple spots where you rent a hole in the ice and they give you a spear. You sit around, drink some beer with friends, and wait for sturgeon to swim by and try to spear one.
do you do it by hand or do you have a gun?
Hand. I've never gotten lucky though. Just caught a buzz, no fish.
So you're a cheesehead then?
Yep.
Oh my God.
My helmet, huh?
I was, oh shit, yeah.
Go forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Woohoo! Forward 1. Forward 1. Excellent work. Bring it up for a pal high five. All right.
Wow. What was that?
What?
That was a class 2. That was 5 points right there.
All right.
What's the highest you've seen this river before though?
The highest I've seen it is 6,000 CFS. That's 6 times as much water as it is right now.
Wow, it's so good.
Oh no, not quite, but it does get pretty high up there.
Wow.
Let's go forward 1. Forward 1. Although when in water it's over 3,000, the Royal Gorge section, the advanced one,
Yeah?
is closed for commercial trips. When it's that big, it's class 5, and no insurance company will touch it. But we get the guys, we get to take boats down after hours, so I wear brown pants on those trips.
I bet it's a blast though, if it's what you want to do.
It's more of a relief when it's over than an enjoyable experience in the moment.
I'm sure.
The adrenaline rush after and excitement's a lot of fun.
It's like hold my beer moment. Sorry. I keep found time to drop my score in the water.
But you guys are closed during like thunderstorms though, right?
Well, we go rain, lightning, hail, snow. I've seen it all out here because being in a rubber boat in the bottom of the canyon is actually one of the safer places in this boat.
Is there a river you haven't done but you really, really want to?
Top of my list is the Grand Canyon.
Right on.
Somebody lost an oar.
The upper Colorado River.
Oh, someone lost an oar.
Oh, that happened.
You'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can get it. Yeah, let's go forward one. Forward one. Go back one.
Almost.
Forward one time. Forward one. This wasn't meant for you.
Nope.
I think it's gonna get idled.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get stuck on shore.
Oh well.
It stopped.
Where's the float?
Let's go forward one time.
I kind of worked off. I don't know why I keep going on.
But I have, you can also lure the bighorn sheep down to the river with the ancient Navajo bighorn sheep call.
What's
It goes like this. Here, sheep, sheep, sheepy! Come on down!
It's hilarious.
That is all. There's class 5 rapids on the upper Colorado in a section called Ford Canyon that I've run once, but I was perfectly fine checking that one off the list and not going back. That was another brown pants trip.
I bet.
There's also the Gauley River in West Virginia. There's some excellent class 5 rapids. Really only runs like I think it's September and October.
Yep.
Forward one.
Is there a reason that we are way behind? Are you the boat that's going to rescue them if worst case scenario?
Yeah, that's right. We're in the back.
We're it, bro.
We call it street check. And also I slowed us down to try to get up on that paddle, but
Okay.
it wasn't meant to be.
So are you the most experienced?
Out of this.
Myself and then there's another guy on this trip, Cody Brown. He's been guiding for 9 or 10 years as well.
Cody Brown.
He's with guys all over different rivers in Alaska, Texas, West Virginia, everywhere. He just has like a wooden box he built on the back of his flatbed. Drive around and guide whenever he needs to.
We came out here for an ATV ride. So we bought our 4-seat general and we were thinking
I haven't done any ATVing in Colorado. But my favorite spot is in Oklahoma, little town called Sierra.
Yeah.
Oh no, Waynoka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Little Sahara.
Yes.
Yeah, the little Sahara. They say it's really sand and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Sand dunes, yeah.
Yeah, sand dunes. We haven't been there yet. We've been into like
Oh.
Arkansas and Missouri.
Highly
But we
recommend
we
it.
live in Oklahoma.
Right on.
No, the views and the roads and just everything. This year was amazing. We went to hike national forest or something. We rode 35 or 40 miles. It was amazing. Temperature was perfect. It was beautiful.
A lot of people don't even know those dunes are down there.
No.
No, I know. Well, a lot of the ATV groups we're in, they talk about it. They go down. We just haven't made it there yet. Plus, we probably need to get like a different type of like a cabin hire or something for the tent. We don't really like mud or anything. We more do it for pleasure. Like we've done some hard trails, but nothing like
Rock climbing?
No.
not like that.
Rocks are hard on machines.
Yeah, they break a lot of expensive parts.
That is true.
We got enough money invested in
And keys.
Yeah.
If I could, I would be taking a trip with 5 of my biggest friends
Sure.
to do this with me
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
and try to do.
Are you dad?
Yes.
Dad, of course. Well, see, me and Dustin work so much with the public, we just want to get away from everybody.
But you said you're a nurse though, right?
I am a nurse, and he's a police officer, so I do customer service all the time. And the worst time to be doing stuff like that is when everybody's grumpy.
One of my friends, she works at a hospital. All she is front desk and building.
Oh yeah, I just like it.
Yeah, but she writes down all of the comments that make her laugh or
Oh yeah, I for sure.
ticks her off.
I'm sure she gets plenty being a front person.
Yeah.
I have a medical alert thing on. I'm fine. I turned the sensor off so it wouldn't keep bumping, but apparently when I'm not connected to Bluetooth, it's having a fit. So that's the beeping. I wear a 24-hour glucose monitor. So I was like, I'll silence it. It won't let me silence it. It's like, no, you're not connected. So I'm sorry for the beeping.
I haven't noticed it.
Glad you're all right.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine. It's saying connect to Bluetooth. I'm like, I'm in the great outdoors. I can't.
If she passes out, we'll just dunk her in the water and wake her up.
I'm totally fine. I was like, speaking with the Bluetooth on. It's because of Bluetooth on. What's wild is I guess I've never been outside of Bluetooth. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a new feature.
It's that new sensor.
Yeah, it's the new sensor. Crazy. Wow, I felt that.
Go forward one. Forward two.
Whoa.
Forward two.
It definitely wakes you up.
Yeah.
Forward two. Forward 2 times.
Is that track still running?
So this stretch is no longer in use. The only parts close to here are the train in town that just goes into the Royal Gorge and then right back into town.
Okay.
It's got to be one of the easiest conductor's jobs ever. Because
Yeah.
9 miles into the gorge and right back to the same spot every day.
There's one like that in Hot Springs, Arkansas too, that goes out for about an hour, 2 hours, and then just reverses and goes straight back.
But it's like a dinner cruise, which is nice.
Yes, I've been meaning to get on that one in town because they do a murder mystery night.
Oh, hell.
Fun.
What about steampunk?
Oh, I don't know if they have any galaxy nights, but I would go to that too.
Well, they were saying that they're doing a
Because-
ghost tour or something. Starting, I guess, this
I know in the winter they decorate it like the Polar Express and then bring kids down to the gorge and have a little Santa's workshop.
And then probably go to Santa's workshop. Oh, if you haven't yet, go to the summit of Pike.
I don't know if I can make it. We made it.
You can drive.
No, listen. We went up. What did we go up? We made it 4 miles up, and I had to take it.
Rampart.
Take me down.
Okay.
From Garden of the Gods.
No guardrails, and there's like cliffs.
Yes.
I hyperventilated. I was like, "Get me off this mountain!" And he had to turn around. Very narrow front turn. He even see me. This is what we came to do. I was like, "I can't do it. I'm so sorry." You
Yeah, those are some narrow roads.
I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do this. He rolled his eyes. He goes, "I want to go whitewater rafting. But you want like a kids in a vehicle?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. This is on the ground.
No, it's not. It's in the water.
Well, the water. We're touching.
Don't worry, I'm a professional smartass. So.
You're in the right boat.
That's right. This is so neat. Is that fishing?
This section is gold medal fishery. Lots of big brown trout. There are some rainbow trout, but mostly brown in this section. If anybody can scoop one out of the river and into the raft, I'll fry it up for you.
Hell yes!
You would be the first one to ever accomplish this, and I wish you luck. Board one! Board one!
And may it be the biggest one in recorded history.
I think the biggest ones are hiding down in the gorge because it's not that accessible for people to go and fish regularly.
Okay.
So there's very few people who are going to be good at fly fishing and also
put your
want to
foot
run
back in,
class
bud.
4 rapids. A lot of the trout hiding down in the gorge are huge.
And probably get well
Highway
fed.
right here, people can park and walk down and fish everywhere along right here.
I love me some good trout. Yeah. But my favorite is from the Copper River in Alaska. Stockeye salmon. Yeah.
On the left here, before the railroad was built, before Highway 50, there was still a lot of people living in this valley, and where that rusty bucket is with the rock on top on the left.
On the
You
left.
can see it's kind of a foundation and leveled off right there on
Okay.
that ground.
Yes.
That used to be a Pony Express stop before all the railroad and
Oh, right there.
everything else was built. That's
Okay.
Yes, right here.
foundation there.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then after the railroad was built, there was a stop put in right here with like a general store, a couple of small things, and it was called Spike Buck. Was the name of the town. And that gives our next rapid its name. We still got a couple minutes till the freshman and sophomore history.
Wow.
And then come out here in the summers.
Right on.
My wife's a para in high school, so she stays pretty busy.
It's been a weird couple of years.
It has.
That and plus I've seen different relaxing rides. But then I'll tell you once we get to there to lock in, it's going to be the longest, the most technical class 3 rapid we'll see today.
You'll be fine.
I guess these rafts are pretty good about taking abuse from the rocks.
Oh yeah, we bounce. There's a rapid down in the Royal Gorge called Wall Slammer.
Really?
And it's not an ironic name. These boats get a good beating. They're pretty durable. I've only seen them pop twice. One of them is a spot we'll see later today where there's rebars sticking out of the shore.
Oh yeah, that's not good for anything.
That wasn't a fair fight for the raft. But even this sharp granite, they take a beating, and most of the time I've only seen one pop off of the rocks themselves once.
Were you in it or following?
I was not. That was the boat in front of me.
Oh no.
It was fun to watch. On the front row seat.
So did y'all have to do with it when you pulled people in?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
We became the rest of the boat.
Wow.
Who knows? Could happen in our next rapid. Maybe we'll get a show in front of us.
Yeah, let's not.
No. Yeah.
Then I get to exchange them for a 6-pack.
Right, with the guide. That's awesome.
Have you even got wet yet riding behind me?
Me? Yes. I'm wet all
Not
the
as
time.
wet as this.
What do you think you're doing?
Go forward one. Forward one. Forward one. All right. So where our first boat is all the way down there, that's the start of Spike Buck Rapids. Woo! Our longest, most difficult challenge of the day today. The lock those feet in nice and tight. We're paddling hard, snapping those paddles back. And we'll celebrate with a paddle high five when we're all finished. Forward one. 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 Forward one.
You got a face full on that one.
Same here, man.
Oh my God.
Forward one. 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 Forward one.
Whoa!
Get in! Anybody's in. All right. Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. Everybody get up for a paddle high five.
Yes, you did.
I'm just kicking it regular line.
So that means way back when you were a few accidents.
I guess so.
I know what it means. There'll be no more crying on the trails.
Oh, shut up. You get me next to a cliff again, I'll call him
Go forward one.
You know any place around here that has good tea, like a tea shop?
There's a couple of like cafes down in Canyon. 6th Street Cafe is one of them that has some good tea.
Hot or cold or both?
Cool. They got that.
Good.
Yeah,
Because I think I might celebrate with a nice
good
herbal tea.
unsweetened iced tea. That's my favorite.
Right on, man.
Is that a northern thing?
Well, it's because it's not sweet. Yeah.
I wondered.
Sometimes I'll put like a splash of sweet tea in there if they have like all the mixed.
I only put honey in mine.
You're smart.
Or like I'll do a baby Arnold Palmer with just a little lemonade,
Right?
but mostly unsweetened iced tea.
When we got married 20 years ago, Justin and my family house, and we all had sweet tea. We did not make it without sugar. We had to take it before they get it ready and go in the kitchen.
Because right now I'm craving some strawberry tea. There's a place that recently opened up.
You're not from Oklahoma originally?
No, I'm from South Dakota.
South Dakota?
Like 20 minutes from the Minnesota border.
Oh, gotcha. Vikings?
I bleed purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. that means you're loyal
Yeah.
and you've been through the bad times and still not giving up.
All the bad times.
Appreciate that.
Hey,
Even losing the opportunity to play Super Bowl at home.
Yeah. That was like a bad.
I lost a lot of faith that game.
But it could be worse. You could be a Detroit fan.
You're right.
It could always get worse.
You're right.
Good.
yeah. As long as you agree with this, that the Chiefs are the best,
Oh,
I'm good.
I've got a nephew that's crazy about the Chiefs.
I FaceTime with a lot of the players, so yeah. My sister lives up in Kansas City, so when she was looking at the bar, she said she has met almost all of them. She didn't meet. Huh?
Mahomes.
Yeah. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McAllister.
Yeah, I was about to say we're in between, like, there's a pizza pie between Fort Smith, Arkansas, and McAllister, and where's the tip of the pizza?
Okay.
A lot of people know Tallahena for the Talamina Drive because you go from Tallahena, Oklahoma to Mena, Arkansas on mountaintops and like Corvette clubs and
Okay.
people. They go across the top of that mountain. It's like 55 miles.
Okay.
Most people, that's the only way they know Tallahena.
My dad was from Spiro,
Oh yeah.
down in that neck of the woods.
That's it. Same county.
Yeah,
That's the north end of our county.
I got several patients over there actually.
An uncle passed away, lived there, Leonard Jenkins was there for many years. They pretty much all gone.
I had a couple nurses from there a while back when I used to have an office in the Toto area.
Yeah, I know where both are.
Small world.
That's where we go to Walmart. You know, you judge where your closest Walmart is. It's 55 miles away and that's it.
Have you ever seen an avalanche here?
No, I have not.
Is that a
I
brown?
work at home in Wisconsin in the winters and only come here in the summers.
Okay.
So I've not been fortunate enough, but
Yeah,
a lot
because
of the other guides here work as like ski patrol and work on the resort mountains around
Okay.
here in the winter. So a lot of them, I'm sure, have probably gotten stuck in an avalanche. They do it so much.
okay.
What do you do in the winter?
I teach freshman and sophomore history.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And they come out here in the summers.
Right on.
My wife's a para in high school.
Oh, yeah.
She stays pretty busy.
It's been a weird couple of years.
It has.
That and especially I've seen firsthand happen from people start disrespecting authority and law and order and stuff. It has just gotten, it's like Wild West right now. A few weeks ago, the house that I grew up in, 18 years, my aunt was at the house where I grew up in, 18 years. My aunt was carjacked at gunpoint at like noon on a Tuesday by some...
In Wisconsin.
In Milwaukee, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, in Milwaukee, I
There
can
are
see.
no law there anymore because people took for granted. And
Yep.
That ain't no joke.
it's a little different. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay there. Probably
Yeah, it made a lot
go
of sense.
somewhere where people respect the law.
Yep.
Happier life.
The goose. The goose is
I've
loose.
been working on my goose call. Maybe I can get him over here.
Do it.
Hey, Goose, get over here. Come on.
Nope, he wasn't having it.
This canyon on our left is called Bootleggers Canyon. Just over that ridge, there's the remnants of an old shack where the locals during Prohibition would use the juniper berries around here to make their own form of gin back there. Wow. Then they would bribe the conductors of the train to stop it right here for transportation.
I didn't get as what as I was going to expect. Oh well. So next after this, next I'm going to be doing the zip line. Can I wear this on the zip line?
The helmet and the PFD?
Yeah, the helmet.
Oh, they'll give you a better helmet there for zip lining. These
Okay.
ones are from Whitewater, so we'll collect those after the trip.
Okay.
Because we gotta wash them all for each crew every day.
Yeah.
And we've got plenty of time because it's not the zip line's not a set time.
Oh, okay.
Well, I understand. But zip line is not a set time.
Oh yeah, if you did the package, so yeah, whenever you get to Manatee Springs, it'll be set up. But no, like set up. You'll have plenty of time.
Have you zip lined before?
I have. I've done it twice before. Pretty fun. Did it at that one in Manatee Springs. You kind of go across canyons. It's pretty neat. Although at the end of it, I just kind of thought, well, that was a really expensive rescue.
This will be my 5th time doing a zip line.
You're a pro now.
I'm scared of the height.
So we don't go back to the zip line. We go back to where we started. This is $10 zip line we did.
Yeah, so you kind of go from one to the next one, and there's like kind of like a trail of zip lines.
Yeah.
Let's go forward one. So here we're at class 2 rapid called Bootleggers.
Okay.
Forward one. Forward one.
Oh, I see a big one. A big, oh, no, that's not a big one.
Forward one.
Rock makes it look good.
Forward one. Great job. And our next rapid up ahead where the river bends to the left, class 3 rapid called Shark's Tooth. With a big pointy rock in the middle down at the bottom of this rapid waiting for us.
Is this the one that popped the other boats? Any recommendations where to eat in between if we're going to do the railroad trip after at 3?
So our restaurant is so good that I have trouble not giving my paycheck right back to my boss.
Okay.
It's so good and it's right there.
Okay.
8 Mile food good. Otherwise, if you're looking for something different in town, kind of a cute, fun, old school burger place, there's a place called The Owl. That's really, really good.
Okay.
Kind of an old school.
Wasn't that on the Food Network before?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, here's Shark's Tooth. Let's lock those feet in nice and tight, ready to paddle hard. Forward one.
Ah, damn.
Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. Forward one.
Rock.
Forward one. Forward one. Forward one. And the paddle high five.
Yeah!
Oh my. Got water under the sunglasses on that one. Goodness.
Ah, so refreshing. So as an officer, are you part of the SWAT team?
No, we just got 6 people.
Okay.
Very small town.
Okay. So no SWAT team.
No.
No, when they have something, they have to call in the Oklahoma Highway Patrol SWAT team.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they go for the entire state.
Yeah.
And now that McGirt thing passed in Oklahoma, or for the tribes, most of the tribal lands, so now there's a tactical tribal unit.
Tribal police.
Tribal police that assists with those activities. So Justin pulled somebody over that's got a tribal ID.
Yeah.
He's cross-deputized to be able to write them a ticket, but they have to go to court, not local court, they go to tribal court.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's complicated with these things. And if there's an accident or a violent crime and the tribal perpetrator or the victim, it doesn't go through county court, it goes through federal court, through the tribal. So it makes his job a little bit more difficult, and he has to cross-deputize some of these phone calls. And more training, they have to do a lot more training. It's not the worst thing.
I don't know if Kansas has a tribal deal, but maybe we do.
I don't know, through the Supreme Court, they've been battling it for decades, and they won about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in our small town. You might get a few drunk drivers and some domestic calls, but mostly it's some old lady thinking somebody's in her garage and it's a cat. You know what I mean? Nothing too bad. There's been some bad drunk fights though, where they've gotten some brawls that they just split up. Justin's the reinforcement in his office. They don't even look at on on-call schedules for fight. They just call our house and like, hey look, it's on the door. It's a firefly.
Dragonfly.
That's a good omen. That's good luck.
Alright.
Yes.
Better than a turkey vulture circling
Oh
above us.
god.
That never means good.
No.
Still just go forward one time.
No, I've remember a class 3 last year called pinball.
Pinball, yeah, that's up on the same river.
Yes,
Yep, I've grabbed
I love
pinball.
So I assume all of the owners of each, like Echo Canyon or all of the owners have like a meeting, like a safety meeting.
Yeah, every year it's called the head boatman meeting.
Okay.
Every company will send a couple of their most senior guys, and we all kind of get scheduled down like, okay, your companies are going to put in at 10:30 and 9:30, and these 5 companies will do 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, so it's kind of spaced out. We talk about etiquette, how far spaced apart is make trips, safety things.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that each year there's new safety stuff has to be implemented.
Yeah, even though we're all competitors, when we're on the river, everybody's friends and helping each other out.
Yeah.
Up ahead right here is a class 2 rapid called double dip. Go forward 1.
You say double dip.
Double dip, yep. So the first dip you might not even notice. That
Okay.
boat just went over it.
Okay.
The second one, I promise you will.
I see it.
Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1.
We're coming up on the second dip.
Forward 1. Forward 1. One more.
Freshen. Mouth.
That's the one that we get to make our trainees swim every day.
Oh.
Nice.
So I get to tell them, get out of the boat. Usually the first time they all turn around with dinner plates for eyes like, what? And I have to explain to them, this is going to be 5 weeks of the coldest, wettest, most exhausted you've ever been, so get ready to swim.
Because you never know. Right.
You got to be comfortable in wet.
I'm so sorry.
The goose is loose.
I've been working on my goose call. Maybe I can get him over here.
Do it.
Hold on. Hey, Goose, get over here. Come on.
Nope, he wasn't having it.
This canyon on our left is called Bootleggers Canyon. Just over that ridge, there's the remnants of an old shack. The locals during Prohibition would use the juniper berries around here to make their own form of gin back then.
Wow.
Then they would bribe the conductors of the train to stop it right here for transportation.
Of course.
To do this, so we gotta throw them to the fire, even though it's freezing cold water. Every year there's something called flip day, where all the rookies get in boats. And on this stretch, they just see how many times can they flip a boat and flip it back over. This year the winner was 35 times in this trip.
You're kidding.
Pulled by you, I assume.
No, I wasn't on that one. Whole day.
I bet it
And
was.
I had the day off that day. I let one of the trainers who have an expensive dry suit do that.
We saw those on the trail yesterday, but they're mostly dead. These
These
are
cactus on the shore
Is
side
that what
there,
it
some
is?
of them have those pretty pink flowers.
Yes.
Those are the cholla cactus.
Yes.
And they don't even bloom annually. The conditions have to be right. You don't see them every year. But we're pretty lucky that they're...
I see one pink flower.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah, those don't happen every year. had a lot of rain. Sometimes this
Are
canyon
those
is just red and gray. Pretty green right now. Not usually this green.
same in our town?
Yeah, you got a lot of rain this year?
Oh, we
Dry this year?
No, we've had above average.
is that cactus the type of cactus that you can grill and make
I
fresh
haven't tried
cactus?
it yet, but there's probably a couple of guys who have. This swirling pool of water on the left behind this rock, that is the deepest part of the lake already. Really? That swirling pool can get over 20 feet deep depending on water level.
Wow.
What do you think
Water
it-
swirling around keeps eroding it deeper and deeper.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that cave is where I sleep at night. Not much, but it's mine.
Looks cozy.
There's always been a everybody knows that all rivers go to the sea, and sometimes some sea fish will get up pretty far.
I always get scared when I read those reports about a shark going up the Mississippi River every year. There's like one that gets lost and ends up like near St. Louis.
Yeah.
And he
Have
takes
you
one,
ever?
they get far,
Yeah.
surprising, like scary far. Only takes one. Like in certain parts of the world, we have some guys who go to Australia and dive down there for their summer. And they got saltwater crocodiles that
Nope.
go up into those rivers where they raft. I want no part of that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Everything in Australia can kill you. I don't want to go there.
If the bees don't, some plants will.
Go forward one. On our left right here, see how this water's going back into the behind
Yes.
us now? That water's pouring back into that rock. That's called a hole. For example, what we were talking about earlier, where that water's just kind of holding things there. And then up here around the corner is our last class 3 rapid. This one's called Log Jam.
Oh, my.
Jamie, you look a little dry. How about you give it a
That's why you want the
Forward 2.
I didn't bring anything here today.
Forward 1.
Oh,
Next, Dan.
come on,
She'll
Dad.
be mailing you your tip.
Go forward 1.
Oh, my.
Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. Forward 1. That's it. That's log jam.
Okay.
And then, but the reason why that is a class 3, not because obviously there's not a lot of rocks and dodge or craziness, or the consequences. So on the left here, this is where that rebar and concrete nasty part for boats.
what was
right
it?
there.
What was this?
Yeah, when I was training, I was paddling for another trainee. That guy put the boat right into that shore, and he had to swim the boat back. I was just glad it wasn't me walking into the
What
boss's
is-
office with a top boat.
Why don't they take care of that?
Good question. I'm not sure why. It was done along, like, before inflatable watercraft.
Yes.
But yeah, it would be pretty nice to fix that up. But the Army Corps of Engineers blew up a bridge upstream and decided to reuse the rubble.
I'm seeing that.
To
It's under the...
reinforce this.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's under
Yeah.
the railway. Wow.
Gives us a little more of a challenge, though.
Hey, maybe if you start saving up,
What's that, Joe?
if your company starts saving up, you guys would be the heroes that fixed it.
There's a bed piece right there.
Oh God!
Luckily, there's no like giant rapids next to them. Otherwise, yeah, that would cause a lot of problems. In the Royal Gorge, there are some sections like this, and it's in a part called the Narrows, where maybe 25 yards across, 1,200 feet straight up on either side of cliffs.
Wow.
That's another reason why those classes of rapids are so much bigger down there. Is here with the highway, there's help on its way. Down in the big crack, there's no way out except by raft.
Really? So you just float down all by yourself if you can water something to make them like something. Either way.
Maybe someday I'll be able to afford my own. Cause I
Own raft?
love doing this.
Man, I'm hoping someday I can. They say that you only guide until you own your own raft and then stop commercial guiding.
Yeah.
But
It's relaxing.
I love this, yeah. Life at a different kind of speed. You get to come out here, get away from computers and laptops and paperwork at school, and kind of live cheaply out of an old leaky camper. Propane church works, that's all that matters. We all live in the patch of dirt behind that opposite where you checked in.
Really? For the season?
About 50 to 60 guides at any given time. Only 2 bathrooms.
Oh,
Never a cold toilet seat at least.
no. Oh, man. That's tight quarters.
Yeah.
Even when Just Most stationed in the desert, they had bathrooms, they called them the Cadillac, and they were like trailers and bathrooms, you know,
Yeah,
in the desert.
Like a little second family. Get to meet people from all over the country. My good friends who I trained with 9 years ago are still doing this. We call him Ron, but his real name is Ryan. When we trained, he's from Meridian, Mississippi. So he introduces himself. Hey, my name's Ron.
Yep.
Raw is so bad that everyone actually thought his name was R-O-N for the first 2 weeks.
Hey.
And then it was too late to change him and call him the correct name. So he's been Ron ever since.
That's funny.
I didn't know I talked funny until I came here and met all these people from Alabama and Louisiana and Mississippi. They're like, man, you talk really funny, like that movie Fargo. I was like, oh yeah?
You sound like all my relatives.
Everybody thinks I have a southern accent when I'm up north.
My aunt, who was actually, we had a slight change of plans, but I was supposed to be meeting my aunt and uncle. They're from the Carolina.
Oh yeah, do they have a strong accent?
Oh,
Yeah.
so strong.
I can tell.
So strong.
They come with subtitles. Sometimes I need that.
Sometimes I need subtitles too, so.
I had a nurse one time But in her interview, she asked me if you could tap on my disc like 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So she started to napkin and she's sitting and she's chewing. And I couldn't quite make out her language. I mean, it was English. But I mean, she was, yeah, lovely. But she said she's been raised so calm, and I'm like, what in the world? And I loved her to death. But she didn't mind going and take her patients to the goat farm. It didn't matter. She was going out there in nut boots and scrubs, and yeah, she was country as all get out. Her name was.
I grew up in the city of Milwaukee, and then I went to school in western Wisconsin, and got to meet people who grew up.
Yes. I love paintball. So I assume all of the owners of each, like Echo Canyon or all of the owners have like a community. Every company is trying to help people most people. We all kind of get schedules down like, okay, you companies are going to put in at 10:30 and 9:30, and these 5 companies will do 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, so it's kind of spaced out. We talked about the kid up on dairy farms.
Oh, yeah.
There was something else going to the library and seeing all these pretty young girls with spitters and dip in their mouth. I was like, what?
What's happened? Yeah. Yeah, I had to make a new rule. No smoking and no dipping in the company car. I was like, who would have thought that?
Someone's going to spill a cup.
Yeah. And you can smell it in the summer.
The worst story I've ever had to deal with was when I was working at Dillon's.
Oh, yeah?
Person was a hoarder and lived in their car.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, yeah, I should have never bought milk. That week that I had to help her, it was a record week.
Yeah, we go to some people's house and,
Yeah.
you know, they need help because I'm a home health care company, my family owns, and I'm an administration, and you can't really not go into these houses if they need you, but there's a lot for them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then their family just move off in cities and they don't come back to help. It's pretty sad. Not everybody's like that, but even on my service, if they don't have a lot of support.
Hey, hand. Huh?
One's enough.
Like in certain parts of the world, we have some guides who go to Australia and guide down there for their summer. And they got saltwater crocodiles that go up into the rivers and that. I want no part of that.
Yeah.
Everything in Australia can kill you. I don't want no part of that.
That ain't no joke.
If the bees don't, some plants will.
This is awesome.
Not only is it fun, but the PFD buoyancy, if you dunk someone, it helps them snap out of it.
Thanks for on your own, buddy.
All right.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello. Oh, what are you doing?
Forward, keep going. Get us out. We'll be getting to our beach in a few minutes.
we go back like in the same bus, or they pick us up differently, or how does this work?
Sometimes it is the same bus, but with all the other trips and schedules and business, sometimes it's a different bus.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was like.
But it'll be like the same size, same looking bus. They just have different Greek god names.
Okay. That's interesting.
So we were on, I think, Zeus this morning.
We were.
There's Apollo, Dionysus, Poseidon, a bunch of different bus. And then all these boats are named after different rivers. And all the guides have to have unique names as well because we live.
Any Thor?
We have a boat called Thunder. There's a river called Thunder down in, I think it's like Cameroon, Australia.
Okay.
We have Thunder. We have a bus driver named Thor that we affectionately call him Thor.
Love it. That's fun.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got a buddy.
Hey, bud. Go ahead, take it. Get out of my beard, though. Do you have a GoPro underneath the boat that...
No, that would be good for those days when the boat flips. That would probably be good footage. But in 9 years, I've had that happen once. I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
We've been pulling back up. It's gonna have to be all up. Come on, talk to people.
How did you guys like Shark Tooth?
Locked it.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It's my favorite rapid on this stretch.
Is it? So peaceful. This is great. Thanks for indulging me today, babe.
Yep.
I took him to a German restaurant and then the melting pot, like on 2 different days, and he was like, I'm about new experience that. I was like, okay, just one more thing.
Go forward one. Everybody looks at me crazy when I put sauerkraut in every meal.
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
Nope.
Scrambled eggs, sauerkraut mornings.
That sounds
Stop saying that
wonderful.
word. No.
The German,
Don't say that word around me, please.
Something, it's over, I don't know.
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss?
Yep.
They had sauerkraut and cheese handballs, and they were fabulous. I loved it. He hated it. And I'm like, you're the northern.
Nope. Nope. Never again. Sauerkraut, garlic salad. No.
Not even on a bratwurst.
Not even on a bratwurst, dude.
That'd be different.
With a pretzel bun and some whole grain mustard on there. Maybe some caramelized onions.
You're speaking my language.
All in a bacon wrap.
I don't know, now I've just started eating my bratwurst and tortilla wrap so I can load more toppings.
Yes.
I don't hate that idea.
It's good. Like I did it first because I just out of necessity ran out of bugs and was making
a couple
Chicago style dogs with some friends. And we
Like
got
that?
creative. We're like, oh, we can put so many more things on this now. This is awesome.
Yep.
Oh, look, it's a little family.
Yeah, exactly. So look like that is.
Hey, it's a little family.
There was one year, this type of duck we find here, a hooded merganser, pulled out from like these eddies where they are right there, where it's kind of calm, and went right in the middle of the river down a class 3 rapid, right down all the waves, right in front of our boat. It was pretty neat to watch.
That's hilarious. Not one F was given.
So we're approaching our takeout. Now when we get there, I want you to go slow getting out of the boat. I'll hop out first.
Okay.
Make sure it's not moving around your other boats hitting us so that you guys are okay getting out.
Okay.
You may not feel it right now, but you have your sea legs. So go slow. You don't want to be the person that falls out after we just made it through the difficult stuff, right?
Right?
So go slow. I'll have you take your paddles with you.
Roy, coming in hot, bud.
You want us back down?
Back one.
Back one. Get it! He got it!
Yeah!
Rescue mission.
Yet you couldn't get something bigger like an oar,
Hey, you got it.
but you got a Mountain Dew can. That's impressive.
Go forward one time.
One time for the one time.
This has been so great. Thanks so much.
Oh yeah, and lastly, so when you take your paddles with you, you're gonna put them on the bus Zeus.
Zeus,
See
okay.
that second one over there?
Yeah.
And then there's some hammocks and picnic tables. The main thing is stay away from the trailer and the bus. You can even get on the bus if you want, but while we're loading up all the boats and the equipment, we don't want anybody to get hurt. So just stay away from the trailer after you put your paddles in there.
Alright, great. Is there a ladies' room up here? Or
There
bathroom?
is a little blue room, little blue gift shop over there.
Okay.
Behind that kind of wooden fence right there at like 11 o'clock.
Are you joking or are you serious?
There's a porta potty behind.
Okay, a porta potty. Okay, I'm good.
Looks pretty fancy.
Call it a
Okay,
gift
I'll
shop.
take it. I just
And lastly, but most importantly, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
for being with me today.
Thank you.
I had an absolute blast. Hope you guys had some fun
It
too.
was perfect.
It's always lovely on days like today with a fun group. Doesn't feel so much like work then,
Right.
as opposed to some others sometimes. Today was awesome. Let's go forward 2 times.
Facing the same direction. Thanks for coming.
Are we Zeus or Morpheus?
Or Morpheus.
Alright, so this trailer closest to
All right.
us.
Okay, trailer close.
Alright, now we can hop out. Just be mindful of these boats coming in. Great job, everybody.
Thank you again.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh. Oh. My leg is plumb asleep.
Put two of them on the roof for the load this afternoon.
Okay. Thought his name was RON for the first 2 weeks. And then by then it was too late to change him and call him his correct name, so he's been around ever since. That's funny.
That's funny.
I didn't know I talked funny until I came here and met all these people from Alabama and Louisiana and Mississippi. They're like, man, you talk really funny, like that movie Fargo. I was like, oh yeah? You sound like all my relatives.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody thinks I have a southern accent when I'm up north.
My aunt.